welcome to my studio and welcome to day 19 of NaNoJouMo 2021. Today's prompt is rainbow, and I wasn't exactly sure what I was going to do for this page, and then for some silly crazy reason I remembered that I had a piece of deli paper from years and years ago that I had used and, well, that I had scraped paint on from working on a page, and I was pretty sure that I still had this piece of deli paper. So I went through my drawer that's full of deli paper that are covered with paints, and I have tons of them. And well, after doing a couple pages that I have the past few days, I'm getting more of them. But I have a drawer. It's full of deli paper. I really like putting it on my work area for when I'm doing mixed media to let paint drip on it. Let's see. I'm dropping everything. This one here is from last night, from yesterday's page, and so I let the paint drip on that, and so that's going to be lots of fun to use just as a starting place. And then even the ones that I place in between the pages that get paint on them, those are lots of fun. So I keep all of those, and then I end up using them just on my pages like I'm going to do for tonight, but a lot of times I also use them on my ATCs and things like that. It puts paint on the page already so that you're not just starting with a blank white page. So a lot of times that kind of helps get over that fear of starting with a white page because there's already paint on the deli paper. And so a lot of times I'll use those colors on there to kind of help guide me along in what colors of paint that I want to use for that project. But also I use them for ATCs and just things like that. So anyways, I remembered doing this page right here in a journal, and this is kind of like the Wreck This journal. They do not make this anymore. It was actually sent to me. The people who had written this sent it to me and asked me to work in it, and I do have some. I'm pretty sure I have a couple of videos where I did pages from this. This is actually from, I looked at the copyrights, from 2014. So, but for the page for this one, it was smear. And so what I did, and the top part was smear and the bottom part actually says drip, so you can't see it, it's under there. But so what I did for this page is that I took several neon colors and I placed them just in a row on the deli paper, just in little puddles. And then I took my journal and I turned it upside down and placed it on the deli paper on my work area and then just smeared it across. So that's how I got this page, but it also left me with this. So I remembered when I was thinking about rainbow and what could I do, and I knew I was going to do mixed media because the page that I'm working on is one of my holy pages, and I just knew that I was going to do mixed media on it because I've been doing that on these so that I can play with the holes that are in the paper. So luckily I was able to find it, and that's what I'm going to use. So the first thing I'm going to do for sure is put down some gesso just to cover this up, just give it a nice solid white surface to start with, and then I'm going to adhere down this piece of deli paper. And I wasn't sure what to do next, where to go at all, and I saw this piece of deli paper here, and this is also from the page that I did yesterday. It's hard to see, but there's actually, there you go, there's white on there, where I had used this stencil yesterday, so there's paint on it, and I just laid it on the deli paper, and that's how it printed that bit on there. And I really like the way that that looked. So I thought about gluing this on top, but if I glue that on top of this paper, it's going to mute these colors, and I want this to stay nice and bright. So I think what I'm going to do is just take this stencil and put some paint on it and then press it on top of the page just to get that same effect. After that, I really am not sure. I feel like it's going to still need more. I'm not exactly sure where I want to go and what to do with that to go farther. So that part's going to be a mystery, but this at least is how I'm just going to start this page out and just kind of keep going with whatever ideas come come into my mind next to use next, what product to use next, what color to use next, just things like that. If while I'm doing one part, if I kind of start seeing a color on the page, or start hearing, oh, well, you should try this, you should try that, you should, drip purple paint down it. If I kind of hear something like that or see that on the page, I try my hardest to just follow along and go with what my head's telling me to do. So those are just kind of the things that I'm thinking about while I'm working on it. I'm just kind of like, I'm open and listening to just the ideas that might come into my mind as far as how the page might progress to the next step, the next layer. And then whenever I just kind of can't, no more is coming, then I'm like, okay, that's it. That's when I need to stop. So, yeah, I think that's it. That's where we're going to go. That's just kind of how this one's going to start, at least. And I still kind of see purple. I said purple earlier because this one doesn't have purple on it. And I don't know, I might just maybe splatter some purple on it. Maybe I'll do that. At first I saw like maybe it dripped with purple, but I'm not sure. So, yeah, that's where we're going to start with this one. I hope y'all are doing great. And we're getting really close. Tomorrow will be day 20, so just 10 days left. And my journal's getting nice and thick and chunky, and I hope that yours are, and I'm going to get started on the page. So thank you again, everybody, and let's get busy.
Journal.